We are all gathered here today because golf is a part of our lives. For me, it's a way of life. I know for all of us, we have stories about how we got here and why we are here. I want to share with you a small part of my story.
There had to be 500 kids on the driving range. And I spotted one who was standing there. It must have had a driver that came up to here. He was swinging that club with the most determined look on his face, and he caught my eye. There's about 3 different courses locally that I would be at, and I'd look over at the practice area, and there's that same boy. It seemed like everywhere I went, I saw that boy, and he was practicing. What turns out to have been his grandfather was with him, and finally one day I had to introduce myself and find out who are these people, because they're always on the golf course.
I'm Joe's grandfather, and me and Joe we have a unique relationship. You might say I'm Joe's caddy, his buddy, his grandfather, his chauffeur. I fit a lot of categories into Joe's life, and at an unfortunate time in Joe's life, he had to come to live with me and his grandmother. Sometimes terrible things happen to people's lives, and divorce came into Joe's world. His parents divorced, and he went to live with his mother, but unfortunately, something else more terrible came into Joe's life, which was alcohol and drugs. Joe came to live with us at 5 years old.
Shortly after moving to my grandparents' home, my grandfather, Woody, introduced me to this wonderful game called golf. He was a painter and a weekend golfer at the local public course near his home. He offered the owners of the club a fresh coat of paint for the clubhouse in exchange for range balls and playing privileges for me. The coat of paint has provided 12 years of practice and playing privileges thanks to the Rager family.
If there ever was a boy that life circumstances could put him down the wrong road, it was Joe.
He would be one of the young men that had every reason to fail.
As I look back, I do not know what I would have done without golf. I'm glad I didn't have to find out. Golf has become my safe place, an escape, if you will. And all I had to think about was playing the game, nothing else. The outside world did not exist when I was on the golf course.
Joe has really evolved into an exceptional young man. The thing I'm most impressed about is how he befriends younger boys and helps them with his game.
A boy's ability or a girl's ability doesn't make any difference with Joe if they want to play golf. He goes and plays with them. It's just the way he is.
He's very passionate about golf. I mean, you couldn't pick somebody out that was more interested in the game and how to perfect it, and that wanted it more.
Well, as he got older and the tournaments was out of town, staying in motels, well, we couldn't have done it. Our financial situation wouldn't let that happen, but events happened. The Tennessee Golf Foundation, the AJGA ACE grant.
A lot of people ask me, they say, you give Joe David free lessons. Why would you give free lessons? Well, it's not the fact that he can't afford them. I give him free lessons because of how hard he works and how bad he wants it, more so than him not having the money.
When you see someone work that hard, you can't sit on the sideline. You have to get involved.
Tennessee Golf Foundation had been helping Joe with some of the expenses this summer, so when he qualified for the U.S. Junior Am, we were all really excited for him. After the tournament, we got word back that the young man that Joe had befriended cried for like 2 hours after Joe left because he was so upset that Joe had to go back home. And then a letter came later on from the host facility where the tournament was held, and they were so impressed with the way that Joe handled himself at the tournament that they offered him to come back anytime he wanted, free of charge, to play their golf course.
Golf has taught Joe things that I could never have taught him. I could never have taught him. It's taught him respect for other people, honesty, how to behave in front of people. I'm not going to take credit for that. Golf did that. We used to take clothes to some coal towns in Kentucky. I remember one time we had to have 55 pair of shoes, and with one pair of shorts. And we were getting it ready. And my sister said, we need this pair of tennis shoes. So Joe went and got his. And I wasn't going to get into this, but this is about his character. He said, take these. And we all looked at him in the room, and he give that boy his pair of shoes. That's Joe. That's just Joe. He's my hero.
If it wouldn't have been for the generosity of the AJGA, the ACE grant program, and the Tennessee Golf Foundation, I would not be before you here tonight. I've tried to take every opportunity to help others along the way because so many other people has helped me along the way. Going forward, I have two things that I would like to do. Someday I would like to play for my country and be a teacher of the game. If there are any boy or girl, rich or poor, who are in need of lessons, I want them to come see me. I would teach them all I know about this wonderful game called golf. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.